Whoa, you gotta be kidding me.
Really?
Let me tell you something. Vlog number 4. I'm here with Joe the Scorpion Hernandez, Alligator, and I'm Teddy the Bear. And we got a couple of things to discuss this week, okay? So get ready, get enthused, get hyped, and pay attention. That was pretty good.
All right,
That's gonna be for the intro.
So, I took my plane, my fellow millers took their brains, and we lashed our brains to each other's brains, and we created an ingenious solution. It is the Think Tank.
Continue to assault our senses, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't stop. It's an ongoing attack. All right. This week, I picked up Batman #1, brought to you by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Only thing I have to say about this, it looks beautiful. Great story. You gotta pick it up. No spoilers. Next, I have Batman and Robin. This is a departure from the Batman and Robin from yesterday because this is not Dick Grayson and Damian. This is Bruce Wayne and Damian. Bruce Wayne and his son. Okay, so basically, long story short, issue #1 is, son, I'm going to do things different. You run my team. You're not my sidekick. You're my son. Anyways, besides that, we have Fear Itself #6. Long story short, the Avengers continue to get their ass whooped by the Red Skull's daughter.
Yes.
Next one, we have Ultimate X-Men Comics #1. Alright, if you haven't been reading, Jeff Loeb killed every single mutant a couple of months ago. Now, we've discovered that mutants are a product of the Super Soldier Project, trying to recreate that. Yes. They're not just born. Mutants are man-made. It was a mistake. Wolverine was the first mutant. Now what happens? They're trying to regroup, get back together, and start a new team. We have Wolverine's son, Kitty Pryde, Iceman, and the Human Torch. Yes. Brand new X-Men. Next one, please. Ultimate Spider-Man #1. You might know that guy. I was talking about Miles Morales, controversial African-American Hispanic Peter Parker Spider-Man guy.
Yes.
Miles Morales. One thing I have to say about this issue is very interesting how they're doing what they do. But this Spider-Man have different powers. It's not the typical arachnid powers that Peter Parker had. There's some invincibility involved. Next one, please. X-Men Schism. For those who are not collecting this, I think you should pick it up. Long story short, this issue, Giant Sentinel attacking Utopia. Cyclops by himself with a bunch of young mutants. Wolverine comes up and says, dude, what are you doing? You gotta get the kids out of here. Cyclops says, they're not kids, they're X-Men. Wolverine says, get the kids away. I'll fight with you here, you know that, but you can't have the kids here. Cyclops says to Wolverine, she never loved you, dude. She always thought you were scary. Wolverine says, who do you think she'd be afraid of right now? There's a big epic fight, Cyclops and Wolverine Schism. Pick it up. Big things are going to happen. Next, please. Oh my God. Uncanny X-Force.
Yes.
Let me not get ahead of myself. You need to pick this up. I spoke about this last week. Archangel becoming Apocalypse. Rick Remender. Great book. Get it. Next, please. New Avengers Fear Itself. Okay, 2 things about this book. The way they portray Daredevil in this book will make you want to pick up a Daredevil comic. 2, Daredevil joins the Avengers for the first time. That's all I gotta say. You picked that up, trust me. Next, more Avengers getting their ass whooped by the Red Skull's daughter. Next, Captain America. Alright, this story's really good. Art by Steve McNiven. He's getting punked by a giant cyborg Captain America. Check it out. Next, Daredevil. Take a good look. This is not Daredevil, the man without fear. It's Here Comes Daredevil, okay? What's good about this book is that it's not dark. It's a very lighthearted comic, much like Spider-Man books. But we get to finally see what's so cool about having a blind superhero. What makes a blind superhero tick? What makes him cool? You should have told me that my collar was fucked up. Are you kidding me? Anyways, That's what we have for comics this week. Everything I saw there, you pick it up, okay?
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Okay, you want to talk about good movies? One of the fiercest movies I've ever fucking seen in my life. 13 Assassins, a real deal Holyfield samurai movie by Takashi Miike. You may know him as director of Visitor Q and Ichi the Killer. Seriously, watch this movie. If you've ever seen a real hardcore, real deal samurai flick with a little bit of passion, or like a real guy movie, check that out. Also, I want you to see I Saw the Devil, one of the most violent movies I've ever seen in my life. Yo, it's really good. Check it out. I Saw the Devil. But what I really want to talk to you about is a movie that we had the pleasure of going to see a pre-screening of, Drive, featuring your man Ryan Gosling and Nicholas Winding Refn. Okay, director of Drive, also director of Bronson. Also this British flick, very good. Also director of Valhalla Rising, a Viking movie. Check these flicks out. If you're into film and artsy movies and shit like that, want you to see this. Drive reminds me of a Tarantino-esque neo-noir thriller. That's what it is. It's your typical all-American Hollywood hero movie, alright? The man with no name that stands for values, sacrifices himself to do the right thing. This movie is geekily humorous at some times, but it gets extremely violent for no reason, alright? Ryan Gosling, Drive. Watch this movie, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna love it. This is the art of movie making without any dialogue. This guy doesn't say too much, but there's a lot of this. And you get what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you totally get what's happening. Alright, so, Drive. Alright, we're talking about video games, okay? But before I start on my rant, let me tell you, we've been kicking some motherfucking ass in Gears of War 3. Alright? Preferred game right now of the online community. Alright? This guy's pretty good. I'm the guy in training. Not that good yet. I'm waiting for Modern Warfare 3. Fuck you! Okay? Other video game news. Marvel has announced that we finally get a Marvel Universe MMO game. If you don't know what MMO is, it's a massive multiplayer online.
Yes.
Alright? Something like Warcraft and all stuff like that. But DC Universe Online. Difference is that this time, Marvel Universe, you get to be a Marvel character. DC Online, you have to make your own character and fight alongside heroes, which fucking sucks. DC Universe Online has also announced that finally, it's free! How the hell are you gonna put a game online? You're gonna have us pay for it.
Yes.
We wanna play it.
It's PlayStation.
So now, it's free. Hence,
PC, man.
why I don't have a PlayStation and I have an Xbox. Alright,
Yeah.
That's all we have for video games this week, ladies and gentlemen. Gracias. In action figure news, this week I picked up something very special. Some Freddy Krueger figures from NECA.
NECA.
Okay, McFarlane, eat your heart out, you son of a bitch. Alright, you're not doing what you're supposed to do because these guys have put out some Freddy figures way better than your stuff. I picked up an action figure from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. You can check it out right there. And Ronnie Chango's picked up both of them. I'm going to have him give you a picture of the action figure from Nightmare on Elm Street numero uno. Check it out right there. I want you to check out one of our friends online, also YouTuber, Wyland Customs.
Yeah.
He customizes his own figures from Transformers to everything else. And he does a good action figure review. Okay, so please check out, support also Wyland Customs, okay? Teddy the Bear has invaded an Evanescence video. Brand new video for What You Want. We have clips of the invasion right here. You can catch me there, and there, and there, and there. This is Teddy the Bear, and I want to talk about Demi Lovato.
All right, enough with Teddy the Bear. I'm here today with my man, George the Scorpion Hernandez.
Mayweather, Ortiz. I'm a boxing fan. I box as a hobby as well.
Yes.
The most disappointed fan, and I can see why MMA is taking over.
Thank you.
As far as the fighting where it's concerned.
Major motherfucking amusement.
For those
MMA, okay?
Those people that didn't see the fight, this has really happened. It came down to the 4th round. Ortiz had Mayweather in the corner. He was so hyped up, giving him bull-for-bull punches that by mistake, or I don't know, it must have been intentionally, gave him a headbutt. So referee deducted 1 point from Ortiz, and then all of a sudden, Ortiz figured out he did something wrong. Let me go to Mayweather and apologize.
Say, I'm sorry.
He went to apologize, as you know, good sportsman does. He didn't notice that the referee gave a stance. Once the referee gives that stance, he has to be on guard at all times possible. That's one of the rules of boxing. Mayweather, all of a sudden, knew he saw an opening, sucker punched him, knocked him down, fight was over.
Took him out.
One of the worst fight experience in a long time, but just to go to show you, Mayweather's dodging Pacquiao, and that fight needs to happen. If you're a real champion, Mayweather, you need to fight Pacquiao. And apparently, I heard Pacquiao, you know, he's willing to take the drug test and willing to do all the necessary, you know, steps to make this fight happen. Apparently, it's supposed to be a rumored $50 million a piece to each fighter just for that one fight. So let's see what happens.
Let me tell you, they call you Money Mayweather, well, I think you go for the big money.
Exactly.
Versus Pac-Man.
In the Philippines.
Yes. Rumble in the jungle.
This is not just comic books and video games. This is sports. This is pop culture. This is entertainment. Little bit of this and that, un poquito de esto, de aquello y lo otro. Spanish and English. Okay? And a little bit of the Macho Man is coming right back for Comic-Con and Season 2. Oh, yeah.
Dig it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm pretty confident about that vlog. Fear is a cannibal that feeds upon itself. It can be at 2 places at once, on the path ahead, yet somehow it's always behind you. Fear hides in every decision, questioning every move, and it's your fault. You're the one that gives it life. You're the parent of your own fear. Every instinct tells us we can do nothing in the face of that which terrifies us. But that's what fear is. It's an instinct. We run because it's in our nature. But if we run, the cannibal feeds. It gets stronger. Better to run towards what scares you. Run towards your fear. Look it in the eye. Make it blink. Make it shrink. And tell it, I am here. And I am not afraid. The think tank. Embrace your dreams. Signing off.